So I spoke too soon. This is the case request for filing for a lawsuit against me from Rebecca Schofield. I'm not stopping, so let's just start there. But two, this is giving us information about what her alleged alibi is for the night of the murder. And now I have information about what she's saying her alibi is. I'm gonna dig deep into that too. Also, why does she need 3 lawyers for me? 3 lawyers. Why does she need such a big defense team if she's so innocent? Why does she need all of that for me? You can screenshot this, but this is her complaint and those are her lawyers. You can Google that document. You can Google Schofield versus Gillard or Ashley Gillard, Moscow, Idaho, and it'll pull up. Why does she need 3 lawyers for little O / big O, for real, me? Now I'm gonna use my brain to see what's coming from this.
Make sure you watch this entire video because the details are just insane with these, how far these online sleuths, tarot card people, psychics, crime solver, whatever it is, are willing to go to accuse innocent people just randomly, just concocting stuff. What's up, it's Mel, and there was a big thing going on. Jazz brought this to my attention. I went online to get the actual court documents to verify this, and apparently this is a University of Idaho professor that is claiming defamation against this TikTok star that's been allegedly, I guess, accusing this person or coming for this person, saying that this professor has some sort of involvement with the murders. And so let's get through this together. It's 12 pages long. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. So this is Rebecca Schofield versus Ashley Gillard. And part 1 here, introduction. In November 2022, 4 students at the University of Idaho were murdered at a home near the campus. The tragedy has garnered attention and inflicted great sorrow throughout the university, the state, and the country. Defendant Ashley Gillard, a purported internet sleuth, decided to use the community's pain for her online self-promotion. She has posted many videos on TikTok falsely stating the plaintiff, Rebecca Schofield, a professor at the university, participated in the murders because she was romantically involved with one of the victims. Gillard's statements are false. Professor Schofield did not participate in the murders, and she had never met any of the victims, let alone entered a romantic relationship with them. Gillard's videos have been viewed millions of times, amplifying Gillard's online persona at the expense of Professor Schofield's reputation. Professor Schofield now sues Gillard for defamation. Wow. Number 2, parties. Number 1, plaintiff Rebecca Schofield. Professor Schofield is an individual residing in Idaho. She is an associate professor and the chair of the history department at the University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho. Defendant 2, Ashley Gillard, is an individual residing in Texas. She is a TikTok personality who purports to solve crimes online. Wow. 3, jurisdiction and venue. Jurisdiction is proper under 28 U.S.C. 1332 because there is diversity of citizenship and the amount of controversy exceeds $75,000. Oh boy. Venue is appropriate under 28 U.S.C. because Professor Schofield is an Idaho resident and a substantial part of the events giving rise to the claims occurred in Idaho. Number 4, factual allegations. 5, in early morning hours of November 13, 2022, 4 students at the University of Idaho were tragically murdered at the home near the campus. It is a tragedy that has gripped the entire university community forever, affected the students' families, brought tremendous sorrow throughout the state of Idaho, and garnered national media attention. To respect the privacy of the victims and their families, this complainant refers to the victims by their initials KG, MM, XK, and EC. Number 6, Professor Schofield was not in Moscow, Idaho when the murders occurred. Not surprising. Not surprising. I feel like I've gone through this myself with these crazy people online. She and her husband were in Portland, Oregon, visiting friends. They stayed in a hotel checking out in the morning of November 13. After the murders occurred, they drove from Portland to Moscow, a drive of more than 5 hours, arriving after law enforcement officers discovered the murders. 7, Professor Schofield did not commit or in any way participate in the murders of the 4 students. 8, Professor Schofield has taught at the University of Idaho since January 2016. She became the chair of the history department in July 2021. Number 9, none of the 4 students who were murdered ever took a class from Professor Schofield. Although the University of Idaho is a relatively small university, She does not recall ever meeting any of the students. Number 10, Professor Schofield has also never met Ashley Gillard. Number 11, Ashley Gillard promotes herself on Amazon and TikTok as an internet sleuth that solves high-profile unsolved murders by consulting tarot cards. Oh, no, no, no. But I'm not surprised because people believe anything online. They'll believe this stuff. And so, wow. Okay, and performing other readings to obtain information about the murders. She has purported to solve murders of musician Kershnik Curry Ball, aka Takeoff, oh Lord, Shanquilla Robinson, Tiffany Valenti, Kevin Samuels, and the November murders at the University of Idaho. Number 12, TikTok is a social media platform through which persons can post short videos, typically of no more than 1 or 2 minutes. TikToks primarily are recorded by a person using her own cell phone to record a video and then posting through the person's account on the TikTok platform. Individuals with TikTok accounts can review other people's TikTok accounts, can post comments on various TikToks, and can repost another TikTok users' posts. Number 13, on or about November 22nd, 2022, Gillard began posting TikTok videos about the November murders at the University of Idaho. She asserted that the murderer had some history with one or more of the victims and that the murderer was someone who previously was involved with one of the victims, possibly an ex. Number 14, on information and belief, Gillard has never been to Moscow, Idaho, or to any other location in Idaho, and that she had no basis to make factual statements about any of the events that had occurred there. You just popping shit out of your head off of them cards and stuff in the spirit box. Number 15, on or about November 24th, Gillard posted 6 TikTok videos to her account. Ashley is in the book of life, in which she falsely stated that Professor Schofield, the chair of the history department, was responsible for the 4 students' deaths. To the TikToks directly and falsely state that Professor Schofield ordered the execution of 4 students. Bro, 3 of the TikToks either falsely implied or directly stated that Professor Schofield had been involved in a relationship with one of the murdered students, KG, which would be Gaelic Gonsalves. Wow, these people have no shame. These people have no kind of like, wow. Number 16, 3 of the TikToks Gillard posted on her website on November 24, 2022 also used Professor Schofield's photo from the University of Idaho website. Upon information and belief, Gillard did not ever receive permission to use Professor Schofield's official university photograph, which I'm not sure she really needs any. Number 17, Gillard's November 24, 2022 TikToks were not based on any facts or any information known to Gillard. Her statements that Professor Schofield ordered the murders and that Professor Schofield had a relationship with one of the victims are false. Number 18, on the following day, November 25th, 2022, Gillard posted an additional 5 TikTok videos falsely alleging that Professor Schofield ordered and planned the murders of the 4 students. In 3 of the videos, Gillard falsely stated that Professor Schofield and a student at the University of Idaho, JD, together planned the murders, wow, of the 4 students. Professor Schofield has not met student JD and has not ever had him in a class. She has never partnered with him on anything. She did not partner with him to murder the 4 University of Idaho students. 19, Gillard's November 25th, 2022 TikToks were not based on any facts or any information known to Gillard. Her statements that Professor Schofield partnered with another student or to plan or carry out the murders are false. Number 20, on November 28th, 2022, Gillard posted 6 TikTok videos in which she falsely alleged, either by explicitly stating so or posting text with her videos, that Professor Schofield participated in or was otherwise responsible for the murders of the 4 University of Idaho students, and that she did so because of her prior relationship with KG. In one video, she wrote the words Rebecca Schofield's thoughts as she ordered the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. These people online are crazy. If this is true, these people, I don't know how they would put themselves in this kind of risk. I don't know if it's mental health or what. 21, Gillard's November 28th, 2022 TikToks were not based on any facts or any information known to Gillard. Her statements that Professor Schofield ordered or in any way participated in the murders or that she was involved in a personal relationship with KG are false. 22, by November 28th, 2022, Gillard had been directly informed that her TikTok videos alleging that Professor Schofield was involved in the murders were false. Nevertheless, she continued posting her TikTok videos aware that they were false In one TikTok video, she wrote, "I don't care what y'all say. JD and Rebecca Schofield killed." These people, I just, wow. Killed KGMMECXK. Rebecca was the one to initiate the plan and hire JD. 23. On November 29, 2022, Professor Schofield, through Console, sent Gillard a cease and desist letter informing her that her TikTok video stating that Professor Schofield was involved in the murders or that she had a romantic relationship with KG were false and defamatory, demanding that she take down her defamatory videos, demanding that she cease making such videos, and demanding that she issue an apology to Professor Schofield. 24. Gillard did not stop posting defamatory TikToks falsely stating that Professor Schofield was involved in the murders or that she had a romantic relationship with KG. 25. On November 29, 2022 and November 30th, Gillard posted additional TikTok videos falsely stating that Professor Schofield was involved in ordering and directing the execution of the murders of the 4 students. She was not. 26. Since December 1st, 2022, Gillard has continued making false statements in her TikTok videos, falsely asserting Professor Schofield's involvement in the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students and falsely stating that Professor Schofield was involved in ordering the murders and was present in Moscow, Idaho to ensure they were carried out. She falsely stated, inter alia, that Rebecca Schofield is going to prison for the murder. Sounds like somebody I know. Rebecca Schofield is going to prison for the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students, whether you like it or not, December 1st, 2022. And B, I'm not worried about Rebecca Schofield suing me. Sounds like somebody I know, because she will be using her resources to fight for murder cases. She ordered the execution and murders of KGMMXKEC December 1st. And then number C, that Professor Schofield's motive in ordering the murders and finding someone to carry it out was because she was dating a student, December 4th, 2022. D, Professor Schofield decided to kill the students because KG wanted to take a break in their relationship, December 5th, 2022. Letter E, Professor Schofield was going to help the person she hired to carry out the murders achieve the person's dream of playing on the University of Idaho tennis team, December 5th, 2022. F, JD killed the 4 students because Becca told me to, December 6, 2022. And G, a reporter with the Spokesman Review newspapers was protecting the killer in the article suggesting the TikToks were false, December 12, 2022. 27. As with Gillard's prior TikToks falsely stating that Professor Schofield was involved in or ordered the murders, Gillard's December TikToks had no basis in fact. They were false. Number 28, persons with TikTok accounts can comment on the TikTok's posts of others they follow. Many TikTok users warned Gillard about her statements, that her statements were false and that she was defaming Professor Schofield, among others. Gillard did not stop making false and defamatory TikToks despite being warned of their falsity multiple times by persons commenting on her own TikToks. 29, equally concerning, other TikTok users commented that they believe Gillard's false statements that Professor Schofield ordered the murder of KGMMXKEC, that Professor Schofield was romantically involved with KG, and that they have wondered when Professor Schofield would be brought to justice. There's a bunch of nutty people out there that just believe anything. It's not even just these crazy people with a following. It's the people that just believe this stuff. You know, they just believe anything and they just go with anything. 30. On December 8th, 2022, Professor Schofield through Console sent a second cease and desist letter enclosing the first and again demanding Gillard take down her defamatory post and that Gillard stop making defamatory TikToks. 31. Rather than change her conduct, Gillard made a TikTok showing the cease and desist letter, acknowledging that she received it and explaining that if Professor Schofield through Console believed that Schofield was making false statements, Console will need to file an actual legal document in federal court asking me to remove it. A judge will then determine if I need to remove it. 32. Also, after receiving the cease and desist letter, Gillard on December 18 and 19, 2022, posted more than 20 new TikTok videos. Wow. Falsely stating that Professor Schofield was involved with KG and that Professor Schofield's motive for the murders was to keep KG from making their relationship public. 33. Gillard has continued to publish false statements about Professor Schofield on TikTok despite having no basis for making the statements and despite being notified numerous times that her statements are false. 34. Professor Schofield has never met Gillard. She does not know her. She does not know why Gillard picked her to repeatedly falsely accuse of ordering the tragic murders and being involved with one of the victims. Professor Schofield does know that she has been harmed by the false TikToks and false statements. 35. Gillard's false TikToks have damaged Professor Schofield's reputation. They have caused her significant emotional distress. She fears for her life and for the lives of her family members. She has incurred costs, including costs to install security cameras in a security system at her residence. She fears that Gillard's false statements may motivate someone to cause harm to her or her family members. 5. First claim for relief, defamation, false statements regarding murders. 36. Professor Schofield realleges and incorporates by reference all prior paragraphs of this complaint as set forth in full herein. 37. In her TikTok post between November 24th and present, Gillard made false and defamatory statements implicating Professor Schofield in the murders of the 4 University of Idaho students more than 40 times. 38. As Gillard's false statements involve criminal accusations, they are per se defamatory in nature. 39. Gillard knew her statements were false because she had no knowledge about anything happening in Moscow in and around November 13, except the tarot cards and the magic stuff. Gillard further knew her statements were false because they were not based on any facts, because persons commenting on her post told her they were false, and because Professor Schofield twice sent Gillard cease and desist letters regarding the false and defamatory posts. 40. Gillard's false TikToks defamed Professor Schofield because they were viewed millions of times and widely reposted by other TikTok users, resulting in Professor Schofield's name being linked to the murder in a basic internet search. As a result of Gillard's false statements, Professor Schofield's reputation was injured, and she was subject to online ridicule and threats from Gillard's online commenters. She also fears that she or her family will be the target of physical violence. 41. The online nature of Gillard's false statements continues to harm and damage Professor Schofield. Gillard's TikTok account has more than 100,000 followers, and some of her TikToks defaming Professor Schofield have 2.5 million likes, indicating that the person has viewed the video and liked it. 42. Professor Schofield has been damaged by Gillard's false statements. Her reputation has been tarnished, and she has suffered extreme emotional distress from the constant public attention and the ongoing online conversation regarding her role in the murders as falsely alleged by Gillard. And this is my first time even hearing about this situation tonight. Second claim for relief, defamation, false statements regarding relationship. 43. Professor Schofield realleges and incorporates by reference all prior paragraphs. And so 44, in her TikTok post between November 24th and the date of this complaint, Gillard made false and defamatory statements that Professor Schofield was or had been romantically involved with one of the murdered students, KG. 45. As Gillard's statements involve moral turpitude, a professor being involved with a student, they are per se defamatory in nature. 46. Gillard knew her statements were false because she had no knowledge about anything happening in Moscow, Idaho, or at the University of Idaho. She does not know the Professor Schofield and did not know KG. Gillard further knew her statements were false because they were not based on any facts, because persons commenting on her post told her that they were false, and because Professor Schofield twice sent the cease and desist letters regarding the false and defamatory posts. But Gillard continued thereafter to post additional TikTok videos with false statements. 47. Gillard's false TikToks defamed Professor Schofield because they were viewed millions of times and widely reported by other TikTok users. Gillard's false statements defamed Professor Schofield's professional reputation and career at the University of Idaho, as university policy prohibits faculty members from having romantic relationships with university students. As a result of Gillard's false statements, Professor Schofield's reputation was injured, and she was subject to online ridicule and threats from Gillard's online commentators. 48. Professor Schofield has been damaged by Gillard's false statements. Her reputation has been tarnished, and she has suffered extreme emotional distress from the constant public attention and the ongoing online conversation discussing the false relationship with a student as falsely alleged by Gillard. Number 6, attorney fees. 49. As a result of Gillard's conduct, Professor Schofield has been required to retain the services of Stoley Revis LLP. Plaintiff requests that she be reimbursed for all reasonable attorney's fees and costs as permitted under federal and state law. Number 7, prayer for relief. Professor Schofield prays for judgment in her favor against Gillard, as well as, number 1, compensatory and punitive damages in an amount to be proved at trial. Number 2, attorney fees, costs, and disbursements incurred here. Number 3, prejudgment and post-judgment interest. And number 4, all such other relief as court deems just and equitable. Number 8, demand for jury trial. Professor Schofield requests trial by jury of not less than 12 persons to all issues triable to the jury. Wow. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Let me know what you think about this whole mess. Take care. Peace. Bloop, bloop.